Hello, investors and traders, and welcome to the weekly market report with the market guys. I'm AJ Monty. This is a one-year daily candle chart of the power shares, ticker symbol QQQ. And this ETF represents the Nasdaq market and most of the tech stocks that you hear most about. And as I do each and every week, I've left my lines on the chart so you can see just how accurate candle charts are when used as a tool to forecast the markets. And last week I said that we would most likely move up just a little bit to fill this gap right here. And this horizontal line is the gap fill target line that I drew last week. And look how perfectly the Nasdaq market moved. It went right up to that line, just like I said it would. And then we pulled back from that resistance, falling just about pennies from my target price, which is the end of this line. And again, this is how powerful technical analysis is when you use it correctly and you don't go too far ahead in thinking that it's some kind of a crystal ball or tea leaves or anything like that. This is actual numbers that we're forecasting here with great accuracy, and our goal is to teach you to do the same. So what does this mean for next week? Well, I do believe that the Nasdaq is going to continue to go lower and possibly move to this point right here, which would be a role reversal support level right there. That former high, once broken, turns into support. So I'm expecting the markets to continue to pull back just a little bit, especially the Nasdaq. And you can see here that the volume bars were actually starting to increase on the way down. That's usually a sign that the sellers are becoming more motivated. So let me just extend that forecast line out just a little bit, right to my role reversal support, which is going to be my target right at the end of that line. Now let's take a look at the spiders, which is the S&P 500 ETF. And you could see that the market moved just like I said it would. It went up to this resistance point that I drew last week to the penny and then pulled right back from that. Didn't quite get all the way to my target line, which was the 20-period moving average. So what I'm going to do is leave that in place. I'm just going to give it a little bit more time and move that one over to the right, because I think that this moving average, which is that blue line, that's a 20-period moving average, it will act as support, and it falls right at another key role reversal line. So I think the target line will be drawn right there, and let's see what happens next week when we analyze the numbers. We do this each and every week. We review what we forecasted in the week prior, and it's actual evidence to show the accuracy in what we're doing here. Now, the volatility index, known as the VIX, that is inversely related to the S&P, which is why I'm bringing this one up next. You can see that I drew my lines last week saying that the VIX will most likely move up to test that 20-period moving average. And again, the end of that line was my target number for the VIX. And you can see that we actually hit that on Tuesday right there. Here was Monday. Here was Friday when we did the last forecast, and I drew my line in this diagonal upward angle right there. And on Monday, we moved right up to my target, and then we pulled back a little bit. Now, what I think we'll see in the VIX is a continued bounce in an upward direction, just like that. I don't think we're going to go crazy. I don't think we're going to see a major market sell-off, but I do believe that the emotions are going to heat up a bit. We have some news come out on stocks like Baidu and Google, and there was some downgrades and such. So that generally sparks fear in the investor community, and the volatility index is a good indication of how that fear factor is working into the market. So I think the volatility index is going to move up, which again is bearish for the S&P, which we just discussed. Now, if we look at the diamonds, this is the Dow 30 stocks that basically drive our economy. I said that we would move up, test that line. Look at that. Monday, we did that. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we pulled back. Didn't hit my target line yet, which is the end of that line. So I'm going to move that one over, just like I did with the S&P. And we're going to give it a little bit more time to pull back to that 20-period moving average, just like that. Again, the end of that line being my target price for the diamonds. Now, let's look at the last market. It's a Russell 2000. This one did not go as I forecasted. It did in the beginning of the week. It rallied up to this resistance area right there. We had a bearish engulfing pattern, interestingly, on Monday. We had a bearish engulfing pattern, and then it pulled back halfway down my forecast line, and then it rallied through resistance. Now, what does that mean for next week? Well, the Russell 2000 obviously is a more broad-based index, so I'm going to erase these lines. And I want to point this one candle out to you right there. That's known as a doji. Dojis are generally found at pivot points. You can see back here there was also a doji, and you'll see that this is almost a doji back here all the way where it was moving lower and then it pivoted up. Now, this is a sign of indecision, and I do believe that we will see a pivot point lower in the Russell 2000, and it might be a little bit more dramatic than in the other markets that we just discussed, but I think the Russell 2000 is going to pull back just like that to test this new roll reversal support line right there. Now, this coming Monday, we're having an open house Q&A session. You're more than welcome to join us. Just go to the Market Guys website, and on the front page, just go to www.themarketguys.com. Right there on the front page, if you scroll down, it says Open House Q&A Session with AJ Monty. That's me. And then you can click on the Register Now link right there. It'll bring you to a page where you can enter your information, save your seat, and we're going to have an action-packed hour on Monday, May 21st from 8 to 9 p.m. Hope you could join us. Give us your questions. Submit your stock symbols. I'll analyze those for you, and we're going to have a good time. So have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday. Bye-bye.
This video segment is a small part of what the Market Guys offer through their educational products and services. If you are interested in any of our Trade Alert services, or you would like more information about our one-on-one mentoring program, simply contact us at info@themarketguys.com.